Okay. I'm Jeffrey Faulkner, and I'm from Lexington, Kentucky. I went to Tetrick High School. I come from a pretty big family. I have four older sisters and one older brother. I know one sister just graduated from BCTC and is going to EKU, and another one going to BCTC in the spring. The other ones have already started their careers, and I'm the first one out of the group to actually go to a four-year college instead of a community college or a two-year college, and the only athlete in the entire family, which it would explain why I came to Asbury. I came on a lacrosse scholarship to play with Coach Stu, and before I'd really never even heard of Asbury before I came here to play for lacrosse, and I came one day to see the school with another classmate that's in the class, Didier. I'm interested in coaching because I've always pretty much liked my coaches when I was in youth sports growing up, but I really liked my high school coaches in lacrosse my first 2 years that I played, which is Coach Tarter and Coach Bricking, because they had a really big impact on how I looked at the game of lacrosse. I had only used it as like an off-season sport when I played football, and I just did it to keep me in shape because it consisted of a lot of running, but then I realized that we were winning a lot more games in lacrosse than we were in football with less work and also having a lot more fun while doing it. And I know that may reflect to say that I was lazy because I didn't want to put in as much work, but when it came to football and when you're working 5 days a week as hard as you can and it's not showing on the field as a team unit, and lacrosse taught me that working 3 days a week but you're working as hard as you can, and it also brings the team together and has a unit and a bond, it really made me realize that I wanted to do stuff with lacrosse and to grow the game, because it's not that big in Kentucky as it is up in Maine or Maryland or New York. I really hope to learn how to become a better coach and understand different views better when it comes to coaching. I know, talking to Marcus, who's also in the class, he is a pretty big influence on me when it comes to understanding different views on how things are done or how they become. Him and I do have a lot of different viewpoints, but him also being older has helped me a lot to kind of understand why things happen the way they do, instead of me just being very, I guess, strong-headed and not wanting to change my views on things. But he's helped me from the past 2 years realize that things happen for a reason and they do things differently to help the team grow. My best qualities in an athlete are that I'm a pretty hard worker. I try to work the hardest that I can. I try to give my best every game, try to lead more by example than I am by talking or yelling. I'm not more of a rah-rah type of guy. I'm more of a, you just go out, you work hard, blue-collar type guy to go out there and do things. I would say I'm also a pretty friendly competitor. I try not to be very mean or I am aggressive, but not in the aspect that I'm really trying to hurt you. I will, say sorry if I do something wrong or illegal in games. I also try to bring people up a lot more as a player, and this year being a captain has forced me to do it a lot more than what I have, because I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not more of a rah-rah type of guy. I'm more of like, hey, you did good, but I'm not more of like to cheer you on. Some things, positive qualities as a person that'll help me coaching. I'm pretty positive, though I do get angry when things don't go my way because I like to win, but I've learned to not turn my anger into negative actions or negative statements, to just apologize or do things better instead of continuing to be negative, because I realize that once one bad thing happens in sports, the next thing that's going to happen is that if it's going to be another negative play, then it's just going to continue to be a negative game. You got to have someone to say, hey guys, let's be positive, or hey, let's do this better. Someone to go make a play to change the aspect of the game around, to influence the people around them to be better than what they are. So I'm hoping that that one quality of me will help out and work a lot better than any of the other ones. Also, understanding people helps out a lot, because you have to understand your players and understand how they want to be taught or how they want to be, conditioned, or many other aspects of the sport that, have to come into being a good player. You have to understand them as much as you have to just have your goals. You got to understand what the team wants as well. I think that's about it. Again, I'm Jeffrey Faulkner, playing on the lacrosse team at Asbury.